there, this is Just News. I'm Paul Justly, just some guy who definitely didn't make up a person to get away from last week, which definitely wasn't actually homework. And now the news. In a major step, the United States and our allies, England and France, have launched missiles at 3 sites thought to be integral to Syria's chemical weapons production. For the US and our allies, the use of chemical weapons has been considered a strong red line, and so far we've kept that up. This all comes as Trump has been trying to get us out of Syria, an idea that has worried experts and excited Russia, Turkey, Iran, and Syria's own Assad regime. None of these parties are very happy right now. Russia is particularly pissed about it. This comes after the US has already imposed heavy financial sanctions on Russia for their interference in the 2016 elections, as well as the apparent poisoning of an ex-Russian spy and his daughter in England. Russia is vehemently denying the poisoning, the election interference, and called an emergency UN meeting to try and pass a resolution condemning airstrikes. The airstrikes. The only people voting for condemnation ended up being Russia, because they called it, China, and Bolivia? Really, Bolivia. Why Bolivia? I don't know. Maybe Dr. Doom lives there or something. It's good that nations are standing their ground on chemical weapons, 'cause they're scary. It'd be nice if we threw some more manpower into the helping Syria suffer less, but the question on everyone's mind right now is just how far this is going to escalate. With new defense advisor Bolton, the evil broom face in charge, who knows? So in the past couple weeks, you may have read about some marches for teachers. This is teachers marching for better pay. Many states have really been having trouble funding education. They must have, or they would have funded it sometime in the last decade, right? Right. There have been marches in Oklahoma. There have been marches in West Virginia. There have been marches in Arizona and Kentucky. All teachers wanting more funding for their students. All wanting more funding for their wallet too, because some of these teachers have not seen a pay raise or reasonable wage in a decade. On that list, Kentucky is special though, because all of the other states have agreed to give their teachers 10 to 20% more wage. Kentucky has not done that. No, what Kentucky did was have their governor come out and say that while all these teachers are complaining about their very reasonable wage, the kids they should be teaching were, at least in a few cases, using drugs and or getting sexually assaulted. Yes, clearly that is the big deal here. Because it's so awful, teachers might want a reasonable wage. Everyone knows that teachers, of course, do their best work while hungry. Public bathrooms, hands down, my favorite place to be. Just an amazing low-tech Facebook. Everyone's favorite hangout, am I right? I'm right. But as it turns out, they might not be the safe and sterile place we all know and love. Turns out, there might be germs in it. Everyone has been trying to make public restrooms a little more sanitary by allowing you to dry your hands in some way. Though some people prefer their hands clammy and damp. Thank you. This in turn has led people trying to make things both sanitary and eco-friendly. With fan hand dryers, you know, spray lots of air everywhere, never quite work as well as you want them to. But you think of the trees, man! You think of the trees! Turns out that you should only pick sanitary or eco-friendly. A study has found that the fan is less efficient at getting the germs off of your hands and also sprays those germs all over the bathroom. You thought you were making the world a better place, but really, you were just getting covered in gross and making it even grosser, you terrible gross person, you. Alright guys, that's the show for this week. If you like us, like us. If you don't like us, tell us why. And then like us. We're really very nice people. See you next week. Nope. As it turns out, they might not be as safe and sterile as we all know and love. I missed a bit there. You are not a happy person after work, are you? Though some people prefer their hands clammy and damp. Thank you all day. Thank you.
Thank you all day.
And I say thank you all day to that.